Hey my loves, welcome back to my channel. Oh hi, if you're new here, my name's Inez. Remember I promised you guys I will be uploading again every single week. I'm back with another video. Today I'm finally filming the most requested tutorial from you guys. It's my brow routine. I get so many DMs asking me, how do you do your brows? Or I even get comments, how do you do your brows? So I'm gonna show you everything step by step. Grab your popcorn, grab your snacks, and let's get into it. Okay, first things first, I always start with clean skin. No moisturizer, no foundation. I make sure there is no product around the brow area so that products can't slip. On Instagram, I have a video of an actual brow tutorial that I've done. A little bit in depth, but not as in depth as this one. I was using this product here. This is the Pink Honey Brow Gel. This stuff works wonders, but I've upgraded to Brow Fluff. This stuff smells unreal. Literally smells like sweets. Frosting. You know when you bake a cake? That's literally what it smells like. The product is quite waxy. It's definitely not as tough as this one, but it still does the same job. It comes with a... oh, is this a brow spoolie? I think it's a brow spoolie. I just dip the product in and I make sure I brush my brows up. I wouldn't say I have thick eyebrows, but I would say that I've got quite enough brow hairs to pass for brows, if that makes any sense. Brush the product up, and this is gonna give my brows that lifted, laminated look. Like the front for me always gives me a hard job. What I tend to do is I just keep brushing until I feel like it's where I want it to be. What I do is when I'm brushing up, I kind of on the edge, I bring it up and then down. Grab the hairs, bring it up, bring it down. For the front, I just brush upwards because I don't want the front to kind of look curved. I want it to look defined. Like I want my face to be lifted. Kind of like, you know, when you want a brow lift, fox eye lift, that's what we're going for. To keep my brows intact, press them down. If you feel like they're not the way you want them to be, you can always go back with your product, add some more. Like there's no rules. Brow Fluff, this is not sponsored by the way, this is just something that I received in PR. I just use it, but their products is just so good. I feel like I'm advertising them, but that's not the case guys, I promise. Yeah, that's the brows. Kind of tried this new thing where I do my brows in the middle of like when I do my makeup. Today I'm going to show you exactly how I do the process. So it starts with brows, then it goes to a full face. I grab a concealer brush. When I did my video on Instagram, you guys was asking me for like the brushes and what I use. So I'm just gonna tell you guys that I got this. It's like the perfect flat brush. I got this off TikTok shop. I think it was the Mang, and it came with like 100 brushes. Normally I would use the Too Faced concealer, the Born This Way Too Faced concealer. Today I want to use a concealer that I've been using quite a lot in my recent makeup videos on Instagram. The concealer that I use is from e.l.f. It's in the shade Medium Warm. I'm just going to use this to carve my brows. I start from the front. What I do is I just follow my brow line, just like that. When you conceal your brows, you don't want the concealer to be so close to the brow hairs. When it comes to you filling it in with the product I'm going to show you that I use, you don't want the product to mix with the concealer because then it gives that grey look. You conceal your brows first or you apply the product first, but for me I feel like the concealer gives you more of like an outline of what you're supposed to shade in. Follow your brow shape. Just because you see me doing it this way, remember we all have different brows, so make sure you follow what is suitable on your face. This is just my brows. If you don't have the exact same brow shape, follow what you have. Same for the top, and I start with the front. Which side is it? Bring your brush all the way around the brow, just like that. Sometimes it's not going to look perfect. You have good days and you have bad days. Carve the top. Then what I do is drag it out. Try to kind of blend it as much as I can to the point that it just diffuses out. So you see how this one's kind of like a little bit more diffused than this one. Like you can see the line. We don't want that. I really hope that I'm going in enough depth for you guys so you know exactly how to get the perfect brows. Let's call this video Baddie Brow Tutorial. That's what we're gonna call this video, a Baddie brow tutorial. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get the excess product of contour on my brush and I'm just gonna diffuse this concealer that we've kind of blended out onto the forehead. This is just gonna give you more of that blended effect. You're not gonna see any harsh lines. It's just gonna look even. When you apply your makeup, you're gonna do the highlighting, you're gonna do the contour. This is just for the base. Perfect. The next step, to fill the brows in, and I'm going to show you exactly what I use to fill my brows. Yes, I use eyeshadow, guys. A black eyeshadow. This is how the palette looks. This is 35B and I use this shade of black. Black might scare some of you guys. The black is very pigmented. I use a very, very, very light hand. I'm gonna dip your angled brush. This is the angled brush that I got from Beauty Bay. Outline your brow, the outside of your brow. So you see this line here, you're gonna line all of that with the black. Light hand, drag the product down. Because my brows are not so even, extend the brow just a little bit, that even length. The front, you're gonna connect the front to what you started with. The way I'm holding my hand is so funny. You're gonna connect the front to what you started with and you're gonna bring it to the front. Remember, we start from the middle to the end. You have the most product on your brush, so you don't want to start from the front and then have harsh brows. Like, that is not what we want. The excess product that we have on the brush, we're going to draw the top now, just like this. And this part, you don't have to use a light hand unless you have a lot of product. You're just gonna connect what you're drawing to what you've extended, and then you're just gonna fill it in. We've dipped this brush into the powder maybe like 3 times, and that is enough for one brow. You don't need to keep going back and forth. Fill out the gaps. You know, like when you was younger and you had a sketchbook and you had to draw the outline and you had to make sure that you don't go outside the lines and you had to kind of shade it in? That's what you're doing with your brow. You're just drawing and shading. That's literally it. In the front, with the excess product, you're just gonna brush upwards. I hope that's kind of clear. I don't know if you can see, but that's complete. One brow complete. And now we're gonna do this side. Drag it down. Draw the top now. Connects. This brow, I don't need to extend because this is the brow this is the perfect brow. You know, this is the brow that you don't need to do much work with. I always start with a brow that I have to do more work with. It's like when you go to the gym, you wanna lift the heaviest weight first and then work your way down to the lowest. That's where you have all your energy. It's where you start and where you end. Fill in the gap, draw upwards. And that's it, guys. That's how I get these brows. I'm gonna beat my face and then I'm gonna come back and show you the finished look. Now that I've completed my makeup, this is literally it. It's super easy, super defined, and I would say beginner friendly brows. Let me know in the comments what tutorial you want next. Lips, lashes, contour. Don't forget to like and subscribe and turn on the bell so you never miss a video from me. I love you guys and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.